Hello, my name's Seth. I live in the UK with my husband and my two children who are 15 and 12, and here's my SafeStart story. Now this story goes back about 8 or 9 years when the children were little, and it was one of those unusually sunny late spring days, and my husband had decided we were going to have a barbecue. If I'm honest, the barbecue was the very last thing I wanted to do that day. I'd been really busy with work, I was travelling again the next week, and I just needed a quiet, calm day. However, we were having a barbecue. So my husband, he gets the meat out, he starts warming the coals and doing all sorts of things that men do when men are having barbecues. So I go and see him and I say, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yep, I'm fine, I'm completely sorted." I said, "But what about the bread, the salad, and everything else you need to go on the barbecue?"
Have you got the bread?
No, what bread?
Salad?
No.
Just meat?
Just meat.
Great.
He hadn't even thought of any of that. It was therefore my job, somewhat reluctantly, to head off to the supermarket to get the missing provisions for the barbecue. As I get there, everybody else has had the same idea. It was absolutely chaos, but it's just put me in an even worse mood than when I started. So I rushed around the supermarket grabbing all the things that were missing from the barbecue, the bread, the salad and all of the other bits. And then I dashed back to the car to drive and head off home. And I remember driving home muttering to myself, I arrive home and my house is slightly unusual because I've got a long thin drive that comes up the side of the garden, and the front garden itself is quite big. So I get to the top of the drive, I park my car, grab the bags off the passenger seat, and just as I'm leaving the car, I see my husband storming up the driveway with just his face like thunder. "What?" I say, "What's wrong?" And he said, "You've just nearly killed Charlie."
You've just almost killed Charlie.
I said, "What do you mean? I don't understand."
You've just come up there like a bat out of hell and you almost run him over.
What had happened was, as Charlie had heard the car coming and he'd run over to try and see me. And thankfully, my husband had seen what was about to happen and at the last minute had shouted to Charlie.
"Charlie!"
At which point Charlie stumbled and fell over. And according to my husband, if that hadn't happened, Charlie would have been right underneath the wheels of my car. It was about this close. It was so close. I could have killed Charlie.
You almost killed him.
But the impact it had on me is much less than the impact it had on my husband, because he actually saw it. And for a long time afterwards, months if not years, he would sit bolt upright in bed in the middle of the night and say, "I've just seen it again." The really dreadful thing, and the thing that haunts me, is that I just saw nothing. I was oblivious to everything.